Term 3 annually sees our creative and talented students showcasing their artistic and musical skills at the Creative Collective. This is an evening where our school community gathers to appreciate the hard work and natural talent of the creatives in our school. From the food businesses competing in the school square for the title of Most Delicious Dinner, the arrangements of musicians and the performances of our drama teams, this night was a great chance to see students thriving in performances and showcases that demanded applause and appreciation. If you missed it this year, make sure you book it in for next. In week 9 of this term, our junior school celebrated a collective love of all things books in our annual Book Week parade. Each student had been invited to read up and dress up in their favourite literary character. This is a cherished event by our junior students and staff, giving everyone the chance to aspire to the great values of our literary heroes. The education conference that our school exists in each year orchestrates a day of worship for all the middle school students of Sydney Adventist schools. This is a highly anticipated event amongst the students, as on the day we get to combine to get to know our fellow peers and God better. The day's theme centred around being a positive, avenging force in our world, and that God's endgame for each student is to have a connection with Him. The students sung, competed, and were challenged by guest speaker Lachlan Harders to take up their hero calling to be the change agent in their schools. In the field of athletics, our most elite students got to compete at Olympic Park at the Hill Zone Athletics Carnival against all the fantastic athletes in our district. Taking around 30 students, Hills is always known for having wide-ranging, talented athletes who can compete and win age champion for the day. A big congratulations to the students who excelled and made it through to the ACES Carnival. In the beautiful Picton region of South Sydney, just off the Nepean River, our Year 8 students had their Year 8 camp. This is one of the most anticipated camps of the school calendar. At this site, the extremely professional camp staff teach students the value of resilience through some amazing activities that challenge even the most daring students. From very high rope courses, free fall platforms, sky cycling, and the giant gorge swing, students get a highly unique experience that gives all a sense of thrill and accomplishment that is highly valuable for students at this age. Year 7 students, get excited for next year. Our Year 10 students also had their camp this term. If you can call it a camp, it's more like being given the keys to Sydney City. The students compete against each other in groups through the Urban Challenge Company. They facilitate an amazing race-style experience for our students who are challenged by teamwork, navigation, social embarrassment, and haggling for the best prices with their limited budget. This pseudo rite of passage is an incredible, well-formulated chance for the students to be exposed to some of the challenges involved in becoming an adult. Both of our Year 6 classes visited Canberra this term for camp. It was chilly in August, however, with lots of attractions and activities, all were kept busy. Students loved, in particular, the CSIRO, where they learnt about experiments and technology advancement, and the Australian Institute of Sport, where they watched Olympic athletes train. They also visited the War Memorial, Parliament House and Questacon. For many, the highlights were learning to climb high ropes and abseiling for the very first time, and the onesie party, of course. Year 6 posed as travel guides this term as part of their Geography PBL. Their project looked at Asian Indigenous groups, and the students researched the culture of their own group and then set up a travel expo to share their knowledge with primary students and parents. It was a busy time for students who set up stalls, cooked traditional food, and displayed souvenirs of their country of choice. Our Year 5 students this term went on camp out to Bathurst, and on the way they stopped at the Blue Mountains and the Jenolan Caves, which they explored through the lens of the geographical environments and how they change over time. They also visited the goldfields, learning about what the early settlers' lifestyle was like and how the gold rush impacted early settlement in Australia. Week 9 this term was a joyful and reminiscent time, as we farewelled our Year 12 graduating class. The final day included a formal ceremony in which we remembered and celebrated the achievements of this cohort. Families and friends gathered on our campus to show their pride in the accomplishments of this group. We wish the graduating class the very best in the upcoming HSC exams, and we pray that they leave Hills Adventist College taking with them the values that we stand for: compassion, hope, excellence, integrity, and respect. Well, that just about wraps things up for Term 3, 2019. We hope this term has provided our community with growth opportunities in academics, sports, and the arts, and that we can all rest easy over the holiday break knowing that we will return to the wonderful community that is Hills Adventist College.